one UN resident coordinator, Mr. Ozomnia Ajelo, Deputy SG East African Community, Annette Semwemba, Excellencies ambassadors here present with us, diplomatic corps, senior government officials, CEOs, representatives of the private sector, leaders in government, good morning. Let me start by extending an apology from his Honorable Minister who was supposed to be joining you today, but due to equally a similar event, he joined you in spirit. So I will be sharing some of his notes, but I wanted to make sure that you understand that he fully attaches the similar value to this event as well. The Ministry of Trade and Industry is definitely very pleased to be collaborating with one UN and other partners in organizing this important event, Iterembere Policy Dialogue. As government, we put full value to discussions on our policy orientations, benefiting from experiences of different partners, but also learning on new practices. I was telling Ozonia that what he has shared fully captures the full content of what we are supposed to be sharing. But what that means, it means that as government, we fully subscribe to regional continental integration, but also open to learn from other countries' experiences in our economic transformation journey. The Iterembere dialogue started at the time when we were celebrating the 60th anniversary of Rwanda's joining to the UN. From that, we have committed as government to continue having these discussions with different themes. Previous themes have focused on different aspects. Rwanda's participation in UN peacekeeping and peace-building missions. Today we are moving into discussions around looking at the lens of our CFTA participation. Of course, with the grace of the East African community, Rwanda believes as a region we can do much within that wider market. So noting this importance and understanding our policy orientation as government, it is also key that we take the time to reflect on where we tend to go as government, but also reflect on the policy that we have put across. As mentioned with the previous speakers, we are coming from the hard times of our economic development that was initiated by COVID-19, which has its own impact on our trade, our economic speed of development, but that also saw some effects on inflation, either on food prices and our forex levels. But they always say hard times create hard minds, and without discussions and dialoguing, can we have a chance to have the new thinking? So the Iterembere dialogue is a moment for us to reflect on those hard times, come up with resolutions, and make sure that we are keeping the course. We believe on our pace to achieving our SDG targets, there will be a new thinking around this. We cannot keep on having excuses on the COVID-19 impacts. We have to rethink on our strategies. So having this event, let it be a chance for us to borrow from the brilliant minds in this room, from the private sector, development community, civil society, but of course with the government willing to share our policies and policy strategies. Distinguished members here present, Excellencies, ambassadors, Iterembere dialogue is one of the other forums that government has fully subscribed to and intends to keep over the years. We know that we have different forums in which we participate with development partners, but this particular one is a chance for us to look at policies and strategies. It's a chance for us to see the current shocks that we are going through, what could be done better, what should be done, and the information or the proposals or actions that come out of here should help us to speed our development trajectory. Distinguished members, without preempting the coming up panels, I want to once again thank you all for really honoring the participation. I will really look forward to the panels that we have set up, that we'll be discussing on different aspects. But I also want to recommit that as government, we look at the regional integration, be on regional level or continental level, as our major market opportunities. We have started off with the CFTA targets. We already have a national strategy for the CFTA, where we know what we want on the wider market and how to do it. But we think with you, there is much that we can share. There is much that we can learn with the intent that CFTA does not become a political statement, but becomes a real market opportunity. However, it requires us to really re-engineer our production, our industrial development, and our policy orientation towards that market. For example, if we talk about the rising food production, food processes or prices, that questions our ability for industries to benefit from the raw materials that we are producing. But it also gives us a chance to look at other markets where we can source these opportunities. So we widen our opportunities, but we also address the challenges in the intent that we do come up with solutions that can help us to speed our industrial development. So distinguished members, the Iterembere dialogue does not only look at Rwanda, it also looks at Rwanda within the wider regional market and the continental market. It does not also only question trading, it also looks at our industrial development, it looks at our service provision, but it also looks at our design of policies towards addressing this wider market opportunity that we are all eyeing on. So with this message, I would wish that we have a chance to interact fully. As UN Resident Coordinator has mentioned, we really interact fully, believe that what you're sharing candidly provides us a chance to borrow those experiences, and we come out of these discussions with a good action plan for our next level of responding to our 2035 SDG targets. Without taking much of the time, I want to thank you for your kind attention and wish you a very good deliberations.